What's up guys, Not Super Mario here and welcome to today's video. Today we are reacting to the Golden Globes 2025 nominations. They just dropped and I'm here to see who they nominated. I'm just gonna go through the movie part of the nominations because I'm not really good with TV. I've seen probably 14, maybe 15 TV shows that came out this year, so I have pretty much zero knowledge on it. But the movie part, I do have some knowledge. Do I expect any surprises? Not really, because this year, in my opinion, wasn't the best year for movies. There were some amazing movies, but there were a lot of that were not so good, and there was a lot of disappointments. But there is one thing that always happens with Golden Globes, that there is one thing that completely surprises everybody and is completely nonsensical. So I'm guessing there's gonna be at least one little teeny tiny thing that just doesn't make sense, because every single year it is that way. Nevertheless, hopefully you're gonna enjoy this video. If you do, of course, leave a like, hit the subscribe button, share this video all over the place, click the bell icon to get notified when I upload. Let me know in the comments down below, how do you feel about this year's Golden Globe nominations? And now let's see who the hell they nominated. So of course we've got the first category, Best Motion Picture Drama. We've got A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Nickel Boys, September 5, and The Brutalist. Nothing surprising there. There's no Gladiator 2. Maybe that should have been nominated. I don't know. How do you feel about Gladiator 2? Nevertheless, not surprising at all in this category. I haven't seen the September 5, Brutalist, and Nickel Boys, so I haven't seen half of the movies. But from what I've heard, this is a completely suspected nominees, so nothing surprising there. Moving on to Best Motion Picture, Musical or Comedy, we've got A Real Pain, we've got Anora, my favorite movie of the year so far, and I'm doubting that's gonna change. We've got Challengers, Emilia Perez, The Substance, and Wicked. This category is always a little bit weird because some of the times movies that are in this category are not a musical or a comedy. I wouldn't say Challengers is a musical or a comedy. It's also a movie that I didn't like. So I wouldn't nominate that movie nowhere except maybe Score. I like the Score. The Substance is a really weird movie and I doubt it's gonna get any love besides maybe Demi Moore at the Oscars. Emilia Perez is a movie that I haven't seen, and I love Wicked. So Anora and Wicked, and I've heard good things about A Real Pain. It's a good category. Moving on to Best Motion Picture Animated, we've got Flow, Inside Out 2, Memoir of a Snail, The Wild Robot, and Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance Most Foul. The biggest upset, I would say, is there's no Moana 2. I haven't seen it. But to not have it in this category, to me, is a big surprise. Even though I've heard mixed things on it, that it's a good sequel, but the music is not as good as the first one. But yeah, all the others I really like. Inside Out 2 is one of the best movies of this year, in my opinion. I cried like a baby when I saw it. I heard good things about Flow. Wild Robot, in my opinion, a good movie, but a little bit overrated. And I think I'm gonna see Memoir of a Snail this week, so I'm hoping to see that. Wallace and Gromit is always good. Haven't seen this one, but it's always good. Moving on to Cinematic and Box Office Achievement. This is a completely new category that I think it was introduced in the last 2 years. And we've got the nominees: Alien Romulus, Beetlejuice, Gladiator 2 got a nom here, Inside Out 2, The Wild Robot, Twisters, and Wicked. Okay, I mean, a bunch of blockbusters movies. Surprising to not to see here Deadpool and Wolverine maybe, but it's really hard to say what objectively is a cinematic achievement. But if we're talking about box office achievement, Deadpool and Wolverine is the second biggest box office achievement of this year, so I'm surprised that it's not here. And now we are moving on to Best Motion Picture Non-English Language. We've got All We Imagine as Light, Emilia Perez, I'm Still Here, The Girl with a Needle, The Seed of the Sacred Fig, and Vermiglio. I'm very sad that there's no Ciancora Domani. I mean, apparently Italy decided to go with Vermiglio. I think Ciancora Domani is much better, one of the best movies of the year. And to be completely honest, the only movie here that I've seen was The Seed of the Sacred Fig, because all the others unfortunately haven't seen yet. So there's not a lot of opinion to have from me. but I'm glad they've got nominated. Now we are getting to the juicy part. We've got the acting nominations. First, we've got Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Motion Picture Drama. We've got Adrien Brody for The Brutalist, Colman Domingo for Sing Sing, Daniel Craig for Queer, Ralph Fiennes for Conclave, Sebastian Stan for The Apprentice, hallelujah, and Timothée Chalamet for A Complete Unknown. I like all the performances. I haven't seen The Brutalist, and A Complete Unknown is coming out like in 2 weeks. But everybody else deserves. I am really happy for Sebastian Stan. He deserves to be nominated. I'm hoping that he's going to be nominated for an Oscar as well, even though I doubt it, but I think he deserves it. But yeah, a great bunch of nominees. Moving on to Best Performance by an Actor in a Supporting Role in any motion picture. So not just drama, but musicals, comedies, action, everything. And we've got Denzel Washington for Gladiator 2, Edward Norton for A Complete Unknown, Guy Pearce for The Brutalist, Jeremy Strong for The Apprentice, hallelujah again, and Kieran Culkin, A Real Pain, and Yura Borisov for Anora. Well, yet again, a bunch of great nominees. Haven't seen The Brutalist and A Complete Unknown, so it's really hard for me to judge their performances, but I've just heard great things about them. I'm really happy for Jeremy Strong for The Apprentice. I'm really hoping this actually happens at the Oscars. It's not going to happen, unfortunately, even though his performance is absolutely phenomenal in the movie. But yeah, and also, of course, very happy for Yura Borisov. He should get all the praises for Anora. His performance is incredible, and I absolutely love that movie. So yeah, great bunch again. Next, we've got Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. We've got Gabriel LaBelle for Saturday Night. We've got Glenn Powell for Hitman. Nice, nice. Hugh Grant for Heretic. Nice, okay. Heretic? How do you pronounce that? I don't know. Heretic. Let me know in the comments down below. Jesse Eisenberg for A Real Pain, Jesse Plemons for Kinds of Kindness, and Sebastian Stan grabbing his second nomination for A Different Man. Damn, he's gonna be the most nominated person at the Golden Globes apparently. But that's good. I liked A Different Man, not as much as Apprentice, but he was amazing in it. Yet again, a bunch of great nominees. I don't know if they missed anybody. Probably. I'm gonna figure that out after the video because it's really hard to get so many information in my head and think who they snubbed. But I think this is a great bunch of nominees. Now we've got Best Performance by a Female Actor in a Supporting Role in any motion picture. And of course, we've got the first one, Ariana Grande for Wicked. We've got Felicity Jones for The Brutalist. I've got problems with this one. Isabella Rossellini for Conclave. I don't get it. I love Conclave. I love Isabella Rossellini. I just don't get the praises for her performance in the movie. She did nothing pretty much in that movie. In a movie that was really good, her performance added something to the movie. I'm not saying that, and I'm not taking away from it, but I just don't get it. I really don't get it. Then we've got Margaret Qualley for The Substance, Selena Gomez for Emilia Perez, and Zoe Saldana for Emilia Perez as well. Great bunch of nominees except Isabella Rossellini. I just wouldn't nominate her. She had like one big scene that in my opinion wasn't that big. Yes, it moved the story forward and it gave the movie conflict, but to give her a nomination for that role, nah. No, this is the big one. We've got Best Director Motion Picture. We've got Brady Corbet for The Brutalist, Coralie Farge for The Substance, Edward Berger for Conclave, Jacques Audiard for Emilia Perez, Payal Kapadia for All We Imagine Is Light. Nice. And Sean Baker, of course, for Anora. I'm really happy for Payal Kapadia. I love when a foreign director for a foreign movie gets praises in this big award ceremony. So that's really nice to see. Even though there's three of them. We've got Payal Kapadia, Jacques Audiard, and Coralie Farge, and Edward Berger. I think he's German. So there's a lot of foreign. I don't know what I'm talking about. But that shows that maybe this year, once again, we're going to have some surprises, maybe in Best Director category. But I would say this is a great bunch of nominees. Moving on to Best Screenplay Motion Picture. We've got pretty much the same nominees except Jesse Eisenberg is nominated for A Real Pain. Then we've got Brady Corbet for The Brutalist, Coralie Farge for The Substance, Jacques Audiard for Emilia Perez, Peter Strahan for Conclave, and Sean Baker for Anora. Yet again, I think really well-written movies and completely deserved. And it's nice to see Jesse Eisenberg here. I think he did a really, really good job with A Real Pain. We've got only two more categories to go through. First, Best Original Score. Clement Ducol for Emilia Perez, Daniel Blumberg for The Brutalist, Hans Zimmer for Doom Part 2. Even there was some controversy that he is not eligible because he did the same thing. I don't know. It was weird. I think he did an amazing job yet again. It's Hans Zimmer. Come on. Then we've got Chris Bowers for The Wild Robot. Nice. And Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross for Challengers, and Volker Bertelmann for Conclave. Great bunch, and we're gonna go straight to the best original score in motion picture. We've got Beautiful That Way in The Last Showgirl, movie with Pamela Anderson that I haven't seen, so no knowledge there. We've got Compress, Repress from Challengers, El Mal from Emilia Perez, Forbidden Road from Better Man, Kiss the Sky from The Wild Robot, and Mi Camino from Emilia Perez. So 2 songs from Emilia Perez. I have to watch this movie. I mean, people are saying it's amazing. I have to watch it. I mean, Kiss the Sky is very predictable, and from this bunch, I would go with this song. I think it's really good. Nevertheless, those were the nominations for Golden Globes 2025. No big surprises. The big snub that I'm seeing, and we are not going to see any nomination probably at the Oscars as well, for His Three Daughters. I think that movie is absolutely spectacular, and it's getting no love anywhere. I mean, the acting in that movie is absolutely phenomenal from all the actors, and I just don't get it. I don't know. Have nobody seen that movie? Come on, watch His Three Daughters. Is on Netflix, so you can see what I saw. Nevertheless, hopefully you enjoyed it. This Golden Globes 2025 nomination reaction. There was no big surprises in my opinion. Probably some snubs, but no big ones in my opinion. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, hit the subscribe button, share this video all over the place, click the bell icon to get notified when I upload, and I see you next time. Bye!